difficult for the Protoss to do much. Looks like now he's going to contest the center here with a big attack coming in the middle. And Zealot's getting in amongst the tanks here. It's going to be really close. I really can't call it right now to see who's going to take it, but looks like both armies are going to be eliminated. It looks like Shine does take that battle, but at the cost of most of his tanks. So I'd say it's a pretty fair exchange there, pretty even exchange. And once again, I think it was Shine's big mistake not to take out those two Nexuses at the 12 and the 1230. Finally, he's bringing a couple more Vultures in, but really, if he just brought 1 or 2 tanks in, he would have finished off this Nexus. What are you doing? Not finishing out that Nexus. Finally, DT's up for Daezang now, and really, those Nexuses should have been killed way long ago, and it looks like this one Vulture is not going to be able to do too much here. It is going to get destroyed. So Shine now still in the middle, still has the high ground in the middle, but he really could have, I think he could have come close to finishing Daezang off in his last attack about 2 minutes ago, but just didn't manage to do it. And it looks like now a couple of Dragoons moving in to the south here, moving southward rather, into sorry about that. My friend asked me something. Yeah, it looks like a couple more Dragoons moving southward here, and I don't know if he's going to be able to contest the central ground, though. I think perhaps a flank around the central area would be the best idea for Daezang at this point. And really just, what a lot of Protoss players do at this point is just, if they have spare minerals, just put a couple of photon cannons around their Nexuses, and that will greatly diminish the effectiveness of these Vulture harasses, especially if Shine is unwilling to commit his tanks as he's shown so far. Looks like an Archon getting caught in the middle by those Vultures, and Vultures are actually quite effective against Archons. So Archon almost getting killed there. Looks like it will get destroyed. A little bit of a miscue by Daezang there. And yeah, Daezang now has that expansion at the 9 o'clock up, but this time he does have a couple of photon cannons, so it's very good by him. Looks like those Vultures actually executing a High Templar, so good move there by Shine. Keep wanting to call him Mind, actually. I wonder if they're related, like Luxury and Yarnak are. Luxury and Yarnak, I think, are twins, identical twins. Yeah, I really don't know. But yeah, looks like Shine now moving north with a couple more tanks, and looks like he's actually going to set up for a major attack in the north now. On the mini-map, you can see all the forces moving north, and by the way, you can put the high-quality appendix to this URL here, the ampersand FMT equals 18, because this should be a higher quality vid than the previous ones were in the We Made Fox series. But looks like, once again, Shine not committing with his tanks. I feel like he really could have, once again, taken out those expansions had he chosen to. And it looks like he's getting mined out in his main here. I do believe he has an expansion at the 3 o'clock also. So really almost on even terms with the Protoss, especially if Daezang isn't, looks like, yeah, he is going to get that 3 o'clock expansion, especially if Daezang is not mining at the 12 o'clock position. So it looks like Shine actually moving a couple of tanks, but not moving his main force yet. And Daezang actually has lost his Nexus now. It looks like that those tanks managed to finally take out one of the Nexuses, that Nexus at the 1230 position. Now an attack going in from the front here from Shine, and Shine just getting a lot of Zealots out of position, using his Vultures quite effectively there to pick off a lot of Zealots and a huge amount of tanks here. This could be really bad trouble for Daezang if Daezang can't pull off a defense here. Looks like Daezang's trying to bring his forces up from the 12 o'clock position and try to catch a diagonal, but great play by Shine here, blocking the main gateway so the newly produced units have to walk through all those Vultures and get killed. Looks like now finally Daezang trying to come in from the right, but he really needs to come in and attack immediately, or else his gateways will go down here inside the main. I just feel like Shine could just commit a couple of tanks there to just kill. Great storm there on the Vultures, killing a couple of Vultures, doing a lot of damage to the other ones. But I feel like Shine's in just an amazing position right now. Daezang's is just in huge trouble. I don't know what Daezang can do to come back here. Daezang has really lost central control here, and looks like his 9 o'clock expansion is coming under attack from the Mass Vultures. Mass Vultures now are going to greet the counterattack from Daezang. Daezang looks like he's not going to bother defending his main, but rather he's going to try to take down as many expansions, as many units as he can inside of the Terran player Shine's base. And it looks like he did manage to kill off, or at least probably kill the expansion at 3 o'clock entirely, kill off the CC there. And now he's moving towards Shine's main, but I don't think he's going to be as effective with his attack, because Shine can defend much easier with the siege tanks that are coming out of his factories. It looks like he is going to try to get in amongst the factories, though, and looks like he actually managed to get into the natural expansion. Sorry, that wasn't the main there, that was the natural expansion. If he manages to kill off all the SCVs there, that would be quite a big boon there. And it looks like it has actually forced Shine to pull off from his attack. It looks like Shine actually retreated all of his forces. I think that was a mistake, though. High Templar with 15 kills there, amazingly. It looks like the High Templar may have stormed some SCVs too, and Daezang actually fighting his way back into this game here. And what I was saying was, I think Shine made a mistake there in bringing all of his troops back when only about half of them would have been enough to finish off the force here, and still would have been able to take down those gateways that Daezang had. But it looks like Daezang actually fighting his way a little bit back into this game, although I do think Shine still has the advantage. But I don't know what Shine's resource count is like, actually. Shine might not have enough to just sustain his buildings right now in the bank, because temporarily he has no expansions up and running anymore. He really just has his units right now, and I don't know how much is left in his bank. Daezang, of course, has suffered greatly economically, but it looks like he's rebuilding at the 1230, and he did the pressure was taken off of his main base. And looks like the High Templar with 23 kills, still hiding out in the corner of the base, and finally Shine takes it out before it gets another storm on there. Meanwhile, Shine bringing up 4 vultures, seeing what he can do with them, just laying some more mines here in between the different bases. And Wuthering Heights, I should mention, is quite a spread out map. It really just it's kind of difficult to protect against vulture harass, so it might be another thing that benefits the Terran player. And now it looks like Daezang's going on the attack himself here, perhaps knowing that Shine doesn't have that many units, and Shine really is just relying on that group of tanks here, that logger of tanks. If that group of tanks gets destroyed, then it will be game for him, because he really needs them to protect himself while he gets another expansion. I think Shine could have expanded earlier in this game and been better off doing so. He really got his 9 o'clock quite late. I thought he was expanded further. And it looks like the Dragoons are going to clear out all the mines here, and Shine could be in big trouble now. Shine really just relying on these vultures to do some harassment and try to keep the Protoss back, but really that tank force is what's standing between him and annihilation here, and tables being turned quite quickly in this game. It looks like those vultures are going to try to snipe off that High Templar, and they do successfully do that, but really those are some of his only remaining forces at this point. If he loses them, he won't have that much to really do any harassment, and then Daezang might just decide to go straight up for those tanks, and vultures, of course, are essential support units for tanks. It looks like, yeah, Shine just looking like he's a little bit worried here. He really needs to get an expansion up, but it looks like he's just been sort of indecisive this entire game, I'd have to say. Not too impressive play from Shine. Really not expanding quick enough, and not just being decisive enough in attacking. It looks like he has to lift his main command center to get an expansion. And it looks like Daezang moving southward here, just still trying to clear the plethora of mines everywhere. And getting a couple more pylons of photon cannons up. Once again, Shine just relying on a couple of vultures, and just trying to take out whatever he can there, but really unable to do too much damage. I think this is going to be game for Shine, actually. If Daezang doesn't screw this up, really he can just go on in the attack and finish off these last remaining tanks. It looks like he's just slowly clearing off the mines. Finally, Shine's going to have to commit his tanks here, because his vultures just aren't enough. Those 8 tanks, like I said, are all that's remaining for him. Looks like all the zealots coming down for Daezang here, and looks like they are going to get among the tanks, and GG from Shine there. So Airforce Ace is up 1-0. Great work by Daezang, defeating Shine there, and Shine not playing well his mind. Not really mind. Anyway, Shine getting pretty badly defeated there. Really, just I think from it was his game to lose at one point when he was all amongst those gateways, and he just couldn't make a decisive blow against Daezang. And Daezang actually making a great counterattack at that point, so gotta give him credit here. Ace is up 1-0 against OGN Sparkyz, guys. I'm excited and hope you are. Game 2 is coming up right now.